Welcome, Player 1. Please insert coin to play.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. Today we're looking at a demo on the Amiga. It's Dr. Dangerous. This is a work in progress, so we'll be doing the usual criteria, and I'll be reviewing it on what we're looking at today. And when the final release comes out, then we'll have a look at that as well. But, I'm just going to point out there's a spelling error on battery there. Should be a double T, but never mind. But look at this game. Look at it. It's just lovely. Love it. So, quite an interesting concept, actually. He's dressed in like a hazmat suit, which is quite cool. So it's a platforming game and a puzzler, a sort of a puzzle light, I would say, which is nice. So find switches to open doors and things like that. Now you've got to collect a certain amount of batteries to be able to exit the level. So you can see at the top left-hand corner, the batteries there. The ones you collect will highlight the red ones into white, as you can see there. And we'll go and get. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So it's a game that you've got to watch how many laser bolts you've got, because I think you can only use. You don't have infinite lasers. Let's just say that. So I think if you've got the ammunition, then you need to be very selective on which enemy type you're going to use it on. But I quite like that because that adds to the puzzle element of the game, which is always nice because we like puzzle games. They tend to last a bit longer. So yeah, it's cool. So we've now got a laser loaded in, so we can get rid of this guy, and then we're going to get the batteries. You can see there that they are. I need another 4, and then we can exit the level. Absolutely love this, though. The walking animation on Dr. Dangerous is absolutely brilliant. I love it. Really nice and smooth as well. Nice, smooth scrolling. I've got to say that the quality of games that have been coming out over the last sort of 12 months have been absolutely fantastic, and it just seems to get better and better. Every game that comes out is just jaw-droppingly good. And I think, to be fair, if you'd have got this game back in the day, you'd have been well impressed. And I'd even put this game around the sort of £10 to £15 mark back in the day. So it would have been... It wouldn't have been a premium title, but it wouldn't have been far off. It's a really nice game. Really nice indeed. So everything's really nice and works fantastically well. So the controls are really, really nice as well. So you've got left and right, up and down. So you can climb up and down ladders there. You've got jump and you've got fire, which are assigned to 2 different buttons, which I absolutely love. You can use up if you want to jump, if you're one of those sadists that enjoys doing that. But I like the fact that it's got a 2-button joystick. And it's don't even need to be configured. It's already there. It's all built in, which is nice. So we were having a discussion about this on the... on one of the games the other day about Amigas having 2 buttons joysticks, but a lot of games only using one of them. I don't understand why they did that. But then if you think about it, back in the Spectrum and Amstrad days as well, they had 2-button joysticks but only utilised one. So it might just be one of those things, but I think I fudged this up again. I think I'm going to have to die and restart this level. Never mind. So yeah. 2 buttons, and it works really nicely. The controls are nice and tight as well, so you've got no problems with accidentally doing stuff or not doing stuff. But you can see that you do need to be careful with the lasers that you've got. Once you've got them, don't use them straight away, because you'll need to be a bit more tactile with what you're doing. But this is an absolute joy to play, by the way. Really nice. The collision detection is nice as well, so being able to actually land on platforms and not fall off is rather good. The enemy types are really nice as well. You can see these skeletons walking around. They're quite cool. Very cartoony all in all as well, which adds to the aesthetic of the game, which I really like. I really enjoy games that don't take themselves too seriously and this certainly doesn't, which is great. But this, I know it sounds silly, but this is like a proper Amiga game. I mean, I don't know if you know what I mean by that. It's hard to explain it, but this is the kind of game that you would have associated with the Amiga back in the day. Some games that were a little bit ropey, but this is nice. This is a showcase. And you know what? Stock A500 as well, guys. I'd love to see an AGA version of this, but at the end of the day, that's down to the developer, who's done an absolutely outstanding job so far. I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing the full release of this game when it actually comes out. I imagine it'll probably be out sometime this year, but there's been no sort of timeline on when it's going to be released, so it's just a case of holding fire until we get that release date. But trust me, guys, when we do get that release date, I will be bringing the full game to the channel and bringing you a full review of the finished product. Oh, I can't jump over them, apparently, but never mind. So I'm going to try again, because it's just too good not to. Dr. Dangerous. I love the name as well, Dr. Dangerous. I think there's more of a... there's like a subtitle to it as well. But I can't remember what it is without going to the website and looking. I can't do that while I'm playing. So I'll try and remember to do it in the description. Anyway, I'll put the link in the description for you, so you can go and download this game as well. So it's in beta at the moment. So what you're seeing here is what you will play. There seems to be quite a nice chunk of the game available to look at as well, which is great. Sometimes when you get these previews, they don't give you a lot of gameplay to sort of get to grips with, but this actually gives you a decent chunk. Same as Black Jewel the other day, that gave you a complete level. That's a playable demo, which is brilliant. I think this is the kind of thing that we need more of. Being able to play the games in demo modes before we actually, part with our cash. Because, we're living in a world at the moment where money is scarce, and, the developers that do these things and then release them for free, I'm absolutely high-fiving you guys right now. But still, it seems appropriate to give these people a bit of money, even if they're free. But this game looks to be like, I don't even know if it's going to be a freebie, but we'll find out in due course. But so far, this demo is absolutely fantastic. And, if it was a tenner, I think I would part with £10 for this game. If it was a fiver, even better. Or just, when you can make your own, give your own donation. That's always good as well. Developers, we like options. There you go. So, all in all, it's very good. So, sound and music's very good as well. In fact, there's no music to speak of at the moment. I think they're working on music at the moment. But but you can hear from the sound effects, they're all kind of cartoony and good fun. And so we've got a good handle on what the sound's going to be like. Like I said, I do believe they're working on an in-game soundtrack as we speak, so that's good. So that'd be interesting to find out when that's going to come in. But yeah, I think if you're a platforming fan, you're going to absolutely adore this game. I think it's fantastic. So I'm going to get a high score because it's just really nicely done, and it's polished as well. Considering this is version 3, I think, and the developer's done a great job on this so far, and I just love it to bits. Absolutely love it to bits. The whole sort of, like I said, the walking animation's really good. It's like goofy, cartoony type animations, which are great. Easy enough to check out what you've got as well. So you've got your batteries in the top left-hand corner, and you've got how many lives you've got in the middle, then how many laser bolts you've got after that. So all very easy to read, and so playability, which is our next criteria, absolutely on the money. So yeah, I'm going to say that it's incredibly playable, and you can probably see from the actual footage already how playable it is. And I've just misjudged that jump horribly and plunged to my death, but never mind. That's what replay value's for, which is kind of a nice segue in. So yeah, replay value, absolutely, again, top notch. This is a game that you would come back to again and again. It's just a lot of fun, and I've always said this before. When it comes to games of the modern era, the graphics seem to be more important than the actual gameplay. But that wasn't the case when we were growing up with these games, especially Spectrum, Amstrad, and C64 owners. We didn't have a lot to really go on. Once we got the mighty Amiga and even the Atari ST, to be quite fair, you know, that's when graphics started to become a little bit better, but the gameplay was still there. You know, the Speccy and Amstrad had very limited capabilities. There were no save functions really. There was password systems and stuff in place with some games. But yeah, so I'm mightily impressed by this. And if you're looking for an age rating, then pretty much any, because it's just such a glorious little platformer. There you go. There's the code system there. So there is a sort of a save game system there. You can use passwords to get into different parts of the game, save your progress by password. That's nice as well. But it's smooth as butter, guys. I really recommend that you go and get a copy of this and have a play. I'm playing this on WinUAE, which it works really, really nicely on. So go and check that out. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description for you so you can go and download it yourself and give it a try. And let me know in the comments what you think of the game, because it's always nice to hear from you guys when you go off and download these games and play them yourselves. It's nice to get some input from you guys as well. So go and have a play and then get back to me in the comments below and let me know what you think, and whether this is a game that you would pick up for your Amiga, or even if you're just doing it through emulation and you want to play it on emulators, would you part with some cash for this absolute gem? Because I would and will do, because, well, it's stunning. But anyway, that's it from me for this edition of the this review, I should say. Edition, what's that about? For this review, I will be back very soon with something else for you to look at. And until then, my friends, you keep it retro, and as usual, it's bye for now. Bye-bye!